Hello friends, fans, and fiends. I am Megan with Meeg's Readings, but today I'm not doing a reading. Today I'm going to be talking about this whole blue bracelet debacle. If you haven't heard about it, give it a quick Google. I believe there are many well-intentioned people getting caught up in this, thinking that this is the best thing ever and this is how to move forward and help create a safe space. But Black women don't need a safe space. They can provide that for themselves. Our country needs to become more safe for minorities, for marginalized people. And blue bracelets aren't going to do it, especially if they're not actually being bought from the very people that you're trying to help, and you're only giving money to other white people, okay? So while I may be specifically speaking about how to do the work of helping our fellow Americans that are Black, this also applies to how to help everybody that has been marginalized, everyone that may be a part of a minority group in this country. And so this is specific to the US, although some of it will apply to other countries in the world that have a strong history of colonization. So first of all, I'm reading from some notes, so try to stay in frame because I don't want to forget anything. Black women and other groups are not responsible for teaching us to help them. I know there's been a lot of, well, if the blue bracelets don't help, how do I help? They're not the ones to ask. We need to look at our own history honestly, but also from the point of view of the very people that are saying things are not good here for us. So we've profited too much already from the labor of the Black people in this country. They came here as enslaved people, us being their enslavers. Maybe not you directly, given that this is 2024, but we are still profiting from that system that founded this country. So let's stop that, okay? That's number one. Let's stop that. We're not getting more free labor out of other people. We're doing it ourselves now. We need to do the work of dismantling without any expectation of recognition from the group we are trying to help. This means that because part of the bracelet thing is saying, look at me, I'm wearing this bracelet, it means I'm a friend, recognize me. No, we don't need the recognition. We shouldn't have to be recognized for doing the thing that we should have been doing all along, for being good people, okay? Just be a good person. And this includes finding ways in your own way, whether it's in big ways or small ways, to start dismantling the systems of oppression that are in place. They are systemic. They are a part of the fabric of our society that needs to be replaced. So to illustrate this point, if I come and attack you on purpose, which is what colonizers did to the African community by enslaving them, if I come and attack you on purpose and then I bandage you up, right? I come at you with my knife or my whatever weapon and I hurt you and bring you to the brink of death, and then I bandage you up and save your life, you're not going to thank me. Oh, thank you for saving me. No, you're still going to be very angry at me. You need to realize this is the position we are in. We, as the white people, have hurt people, okay? If you want to be in the position of helping people, good. This is how we're going to do it. You are going to do your own work. Hopefully that clapping didn't go too much in the microphone. You are going to sit in the discomfort of knowing that you are part of the problem, okay? It's not fun. It's not a great realization. And then you're going to start to do the work of not only not being a part of the problem, but working against the problem. How are you going to do this? I'll get you started, but you still have to do this. But I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. Number one, research. Do some reading. Pick up a book. Listen to an audiobook. Go to your local bookstore. Go to your library, whatever, wherever you like to get your books. I'm going to give you a few recommendations. Okay, and these are books by Black authors about American history and about being Black in America and the impact that it has had on individuals and on our society as a whole. And this is not the history that has been taught traditionally in schools. That does not make it any less real. 3 books I have. And before I get too far into these specific books, once you start looking for these books, if you're like on Amazon, you're going to get recommendations for more books by more Black authors that will help you to do this work. Number 1, Ibram X. Kendi, and I'm going to try and put stuff on the screen here. Ibram X. Kendi has written a couple of books that he started out as regular books for adults that have also now been turned into some children's books, so you can bring your children along on this educational journey. One is Stamped from the Beginning, a fabulous history book that explains how racism is systemic and how it persists through to today. That it's not great. It's an eye-opening book. The book is great. The racism is not. Okay. And then he wrote another book, How to Be Anti-Racist. It's there in the title, How to Be Anti-Racist. If that is your goal, read that book. Another one is another history book called The 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah Jones. It started out as a New York Times collection of essays, and then Hannah turned it into a book with expanded essays and additional essays. The 1619 Project includes both fiction and nonfiction that illustrates how it has been to grow up in this country and to move through history as Black people. And it is something that we need to see from that perspective. Okay, lastly, not even lastly, nextly, support Black-owned businesses. Oh, but I don't know anybody who owns a Black-owned business. Google is a thing. The very device that you are watching this on has the capability of searching out. It's all over most small businesses. So the thing that makes them who they are and makes them unique or connects them to a community. Search Black-owned realtors if you're in the market for a house. Search Black-owned clothing retailers. Whatever it is you're looking for, you do that. We have taken money away from the Black community. First by enslaving people, then by keeping them oppressed and not allowing people to get real jobs, and just continually. One of the biggest problems for Black people in America and other minorities is the lack of generational wealth. All right, I am not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination, but I have family history of savings and am in a decent place. My family can help me because there is a bit more generational wealth available to me to keep me going. That's not available to a lot of families, to a lot of our fellow Americans in this country. Let's put some money back in people's pockets where it belongs, okay? Lastly, whatever other research you need to do that leads you to do what you need to do. Some of us will work quietly in the background, doing small things bit by bit. Some of us will go on and be great leaders for social change. But you need to do the work of finding out what needs to be done so that you can then go and do it. I think that's all I got for tonight. It's not something I normally speak on because I do prefer to just listen to what those around me need and do what I can to help people, because that's what we should be doing as humans. So listen to what the people you want to help are actually saying they want and need. Support them financially and do what you can to help make that social change, to change how we think and about things, how we do things. I hope everybody has a great day and can move forward in trying to create the change that is so desperately needed in this country. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.